Tonight on Dinner Party Wars.
This salmon's given up.
3 teams compete to outdo each other with their explosive dinner parties.
Jeez Louise!
2 experts judge their dinner do's.
Flowers? Actually, that is very thoughtful.
And don'ts.
I can't be the only one that sees this.
They're coming out swinging in hopes of becoming Dinner Party War champions.
Go get it! I don't feel safe for anybody here.
Dinner Party Warriors met while working in a bar and are the ultimate BFF party girls. Shop owner AJ and retailer Sabrina.
Cook with love. Like, I'm always like sticking my finger in the food and licking.
We are the perfect hostesses.
We're gonna knock your bikini bottoms off.
Right off. Get it?
Second up are the fiercely competitive and soon to be married interior designer Veronica and contractor Dan.
I'm a little bit of a perfectionist.
She's gonna turn into a little micromanager.
But no, you can't have the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I said so. Typically, we do not do theme parties.
If it becomes more about dressing up than the actual food, then I start to lose interest.
I'm quietly competitive. I have a fierce competitive streak that I don't like to reveal in public.
Well, secret's out, Veronica. Our final fighters are longtime partners and uber foodies, Keith the Butcher and Liz the Painter.
My secret weapon, actually, is the pate.
Reduce a half bottle of port into a nice aspic. It's gonna have a lot of flavor going on.
Yeah.
And Keith's secret weapon, quiet confidence and a sharp tongue.
Our ingredients are so much better than any kind of supermarket food you could ever find, and we will rock their world.
These couples will meet for the first time when they host each other over the course of 3 competitive dinners. Each couple gets $350 and 3 hours to give the party. If they go over budget or go over time, they lose points with the judges.
Order up.
This is Corbin Tomaszeski, executive chef and kitchen supremo at Shishi Holt Renfrew Cafe. He'll be judging the couples on menu selection, food presentation, and of course, taste. And this is Anthea Turner, the UK's perfect housewife, top-selling author, and our ultimate party hostess. She'll be judging the dinner parties on style, etiquette, and entertainment. They'll view each saucy detail using robot cameras. At stake, $1,000 of kitchen goodies and the grand honor to be named Dinner Party War champions. It's day 1. Dinner Party 1, and the judges are here to check out the game plan of our first warriors, AJ and Sabrina.
Hey, AJ!
Beach Party's a theme for this throwdown with an appetizer of coconut shrimp. For the next course, cold mango soup. For the main, rosemary and balsamic salmon with sweet potato salad and apple walnut salad. And for dessert, peach tiramisu.
It's beachy, right?
Very.
So the salmon in the beach.
The salmon in the grill.
Did it come from a beach?
I love salmon, and I was back and forth in Florida for the last 15 years of my life. Salmon, fish, outdoors barbecue goes hand in hand. I don't know where you've been, but...
I don't think salmon is beachy. I think, anyway, you've got coconut shrimp.
We got coconut shrimp.
And you marinate this guy all night, right?
Yes, we have since last night.
What is that stuff in there?
It's a mix of peanut oil, sesame oil. It's really nice, like...
You're trying to convince me that it's good.
I won't have to convince you after you try it.
One thing I would say is focus on the food. Food. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many pina coladas you've drank, how many lays you have around your neck, you'll always remember the food.
What's that out there?
That's a piñata.
Is this gonna be part of the entertainment? Yes, it is, but instead of piñata, we're gonna call it Smash the Man. Take us into the beach party.
The beach party?
Yeah.
Okay. So we just got one of our tables we had, put grass skirt on it, and made it visually stimulating, something comfortable that you would feel that you were almost outside, that kind of feeling.
And you've even coordinated your nails. I have little palm
those.
trees on my nails.
Can we just go, please?
Beachy keen, but is it all style and no substance?
The salmon's a bit of a problem.
I
for
love
you,
the
isn't
whole
it?
beach theme. I'm a little concerned about salmon, and especially marinating salmon overnight. You just don't marinate salmon for hours and hours and hours. And it was floating in fat.
Ooh, not so appealing. But shrimps are being tossed, the table is set, and the girls are suited up.
Where's your seashells?
I can't find my seashells.
What do you mean you can't find your seashell?
While the hosts prep, the robot cameras are set to record the dinner table action. And then it's private access only in the confessional cam, where the evening sins are truly revealed.
Okay, now hold on to your gazookas while I do this.
I just hope they haven't focused too much on the decor and the theme rather than the food.
Beach party.
First up to battle, dinner party warriors, Veronica and Dan.
Thank you very
Aloha.
much. Ooh, this is lovely.
Have a seat.
So what's interesting is that Veronica and Dan,
Yes,
they don't like theme parties.
they hate them. Ta-da!
Ah, you're such a giver.
The blue one's yours, the purple one's mine. Now we're part of the party.
We'll be back with some pina coladas, okay?
Confessional. Oh, I love the confessional.
I would say at this point, I am blown away, maybe in a bad way. Sabrina, your next guest is here.
Coming. Aloha. Hi.
Top of the
And bringing up the rear, their dinner party war rivals, Liz and Keith.
We have got such a clash of people here. These people ordinarily would just never be together, would they? It's always difficult when you have a group of people who don't know each other, but as the host, you should initiate conversation and find common ground.
We forgot to give you your outfit. Do you like red?
No, I never recolor. I'm making an exception to wear this.
Liz and I, we tend to prefer sort of basic black or down-dressed and to have a little more dignity.
Some people can carry off a grass skirt, some
And
people can't. It's so important to read your guests. I love this theme, but you can see Liz, she doesn't like all this colour, so back off.
Do you want sunglasses? No?
No.
You're good? Don't argue with me.
Dinner party wars has begun. With only 3 hours to prove their prowess, AJ and Sabrina jump right in with their appetizers, coconut shrimp.
So we have coconut shrimp, some fruit, banana chips.
Okay, so our drinks, we can cheers. All right, yeah, yes.
Those are really good.
So the shrimp are a go-go at the beach party. But what about the judges?
Oh, may I? I would like a little dip, but you know, they're really very tasty.
Crispy, tender.
I really like
It
this.
just misses a little bit of dip.
So the first appetizer is a winner all around. Are AJ and Sabrina proving they're not just about grass skirts and shell bikinis?
All right, yeah, we'll get
That would be delightful.
Let's see how their soup course fares.
Sounds great. I'm having a blast.
Much more fun than I thought it would be.
Don't know what you're walking into.
Dan and Veronica, they entered into the spirit of things. They were straight on with those grass skirts.
Considering they're not theme,
Yeah.
party type people.
Theme parties aren't my thing, but everybody else seems to be enjoying it, so with the aid of a bit of wine, I seem to be fitting in quite well.
And we have the second course, cold summer soup with mangoes, peppers, garlic, and onions
It looks like vomit in a bowl.
in a paper bowl.
They don't have the kit to do fine dining, but they didn't have to use paper plates. They could have used something, I don't know, something from a picnic set that would have looked better.
Bon appetit.
This is lovely.
It was my first time, actually. I didn't even experiment the recipe. I just made it today, so I'm glad it came out so nice.
But what will the judges think?
Why do people put frickin' onions with fruit?
Can I just say, it's not as bad as you think it's going to be.
Yes, it is. I would have taken that mango and put it in a blender and made it all beautifully and smooth and added something like a sparkling wine or a champagne, right? And then you can put subtleness in there like the cilantro or maybe a little bit of chili.
Okay, so the cold soup, not so hot. How's the beach faring otherwise?
Interesting, a beach party. But I'm a grown-up. Wearing a little thing around my neck is not appealing to me. And having to put on a skirt reminds me of being in summer camp and being forced to do sports I hated.
All right, sports fans. Next up to bat, AJ prepares the main. Salmon marinated in balsamic and rosemary.
What is she doing poking it like that for? Here, let me poke holes in you so that all the juice can come out of you and you can be dry, dry, dry. Oh my God.
This is getting worse, isn't it?
Okay, so what we have here now is we have blackened salmon.
This salmon's given up, really. This salmon's been bobbed.
Even though we're doing beach, like some of the time I'm going to do something a little bit Mediterranean. Not everything like exotic and tropical.
You know, salmon does live in the ocean.
There you go, right? Land salmon comes from the ocean.
They have beaches in Iceland, yeah.
They
Don't
live
be
in
shy, put
water.
your
Water
sides.
touches beaches.
Thanks, Bobby. What teamwork.
But
What-
this does not look like $350 meal, right? We've got fish on paper plates. I think they're over budget $95.
Yeah. I don't know how they've managed that.
Well, it would seem that the ladies went a little overboard at the party store, putting them well over budget.
Is this AJ's little recipe?
Salmon?
Yeah.
Salmon, we just marinated, but we put like extra spices. We followed a little bit by the recipe, but we added in some other things.
Yeah,
Like
It's
it?
delightful.
Thank
It's
you.
great.
Nice.
It's
Thank
beautiful.
you. I'm
Very
glad you
nice.
like it.
So far, the guests are thumbs up on the main, but are they just being polite? It's up to the judges to give the skinny on the fatty salmon, served with sweet potatoes and apple walnut salad.
Visually, give me your thoughts.
Yuck.
I want to try this.
Let's do the sweet potato.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I like it.
It's hard. I think had they done something maybe a citrusy and kept it really simple, done a quick grill,
Yeah.
there's no salt, there's no seasoning, there's
a
no
lot
pepper,
there's a lot of fighting flavors.
but the sweet potato's good.
The soup potato is really good.
Now, we have the last course to dive into, dessert.
Wow, lovely.
Welcome to paradise, our new friends.
Right, good.
I need pudding.
Dessert.
It's a trifle. It's
I wouldn't call it
Cream's not-
tiramisu, I'd call it peaches and cream with coconut, but it's pretty good.
Our 3 hours are almost up, and there's nothing like ending a dinner party with a little female rage.
Is everyone ready to play Smash the Man?
I'm all in.
oh, Bob, yes! One more. I like this, and they timed it well. They brought this out at the end, so everybody's getting on well, and it's a great way to leave a party. Look at the girls; they're really getting into it.
Oh, what did that man ever do to you?
That is a surreal evening, a fun evening. You can't dislike that evening.
Was not a big fan of the salmon.
No, can we not keep going on about the salmon because it's just, it's boring now.
The food left me unthrilled.
What about the theme that they had created?
It's interesting, but not brilliant.
Frankly, ridiculous was the word that leapt into my mind when I came through the door.
Do you think yours is going to be similar in any way?
No. Not in one iota of a sense, no.
It's day 2, and on to Veronica and Dan's. This interior designer and contractor hope to wow our judges with their classy riverfront setting and a cheesy menu. For appetizers, goat cheese bruschetta. For the main, cedar plank pork tenderloin stuffed with blue cheese and goat cheese. Garlic mashed potatoes, fresh spring salad, and brandied parsnips and carrots. For dessert, homemade baklava, pecan bites, and guess what? Pretzel cherry cheesecake. Told ya, cheesy.
So this is where it's all gonna happen. It's kind of a
Exactly.
meat and potato kind of meal.
Yeah, that's the type of people we are. This place is all about just being very low-key. Being on the
Comfort.
water, it's hard to be super high energy crazy around here. It's very relaxed.
Completely different from the other night.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is a lot more relaxed and low-key tonight.
Yes. No plastic whales.
No plastic.
No plastic
Nothing
whales.
inflatable.
No.
So what about entertainment?
Entertainment. I'm hoping at the end of the night we'll go downstairs and have a bonfire. And we have a very special guest who's coming.
Really?
Does he walk on fire?
No, but he might breathe fire.
And that's your bonfire over here?
That's our bonfire spot in the big gravel pit of our backyard.
Now this is what I'm talking about right here.
The smoker.
Veronica gets cats, I get items to barbecue
This
and
is
cook
great.
with.
I love the planked pork, which is great. I don't know if I'd stuff it though. I have to tell you, when people take a beautiful cut of meat, like a pork tenderloin, and you just cut it open and you stuff it with cheese, and it's a strong cheese, you're putting blue cheese in it, right?
Another one has goat cheese. So then it's more about selection. It's not that everybody's expected to eat everything,
Right.
but you have choice. Same with the desserts. If there's 4 desserts, doesn't mean you have to eat all 4, but it means you have the option of all 4.
I would. I'd try all 4.
You'll be impressed, don't worry.
The only thing I will say is, you made comments quite rightly about the last one, so you have set yourself up a little bit. So I think you've got to be prepared for what the girls might say.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what? Very nice couple. Very nice couple. I have to say, though, that if a chef tells you not to stuff your pork tenderloin, I wouldn't stuff it.
They weren't going to take any notice of you.
It's like I wasn't even in the room.
Veronica has all her dishes under control.
All right. Do you have a tray I can move in?
No.
Maybe under too much control.
Thanks, honey. I love you.
I love you too.
I hope she just loses it a little bit.
Micromanager.
I already wore it earlier. I don't need to wear it again.
Veronica and Dan have 3 hours and $350 to make the ultimate dinner party.
Dan spent the entire budget on beer.
Go!
I just knocked all the glasses down.
Why did you do that?
Well, come on in.
Wow, you have a lovely home.
Thank you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at
Can
that.
I get you a beer or a glass of wine?
Oh my goodness me! They have dressed the parts.
Wow.
I'm so proud of them. They've really made an effort. Hi, lovely ladies.
Come on in. You got some homemade jam for you. We need it.
Thank you. Or homemade jam. It's great when somebody has made something and they give it as a gift like this.
What can I get you to drink, huh?
I'll go for white wine.
White wine?
Thank you.
Done.
Oh, look. We have a perfect... Oh, I love water.
Right, so we're doing all that. We've got all the drinking and the socializing. We probably now need to bring in some food.
The goat cheese and tomato bruschetta should come
Yeah,
out.
we need to get that out now. Cheers.
Good. Cheers. Thank you very much for coming, guys.
Beautiful
Thank
place.
you. Cool.
And the appetizer is served. Bruschetta with goat cheese and an oven-roasted port shallot tomato.
Veronica, this is really great.
It's warm. Goat cheese is creamy. Sweetness of the tomato. Probably one of the best appetizers we've ever had so far.
So the bruschetta gets a high rating, but Veronica's organizational skills, not so much, as they leave their guests high and dry while they busy themselves indoors.
Not to hurt anybody's feelings, bruschetta, the food is delicious, but there's no atmosphere. I'm starting to go, and I got a lot of sleep last night.
The host can provide the venue. They provide the drink and the food. It's as much up to the guests to help make the party as it is the hosts.
So we stuffed some with blue cheese, and then this one's with goat cheese. I hope you guys like it.
They did not listen to me. He's done something weird here. He's put it in this baking dish, right? And it looks like he's kind of steamed it. Now he's put it on the boards, and now he's cedar planking it. I don't think that pork is gonna smoke the way he'd want it to.
Let's see if Keith, the butcher, agrees.
The pork tenderloin that they've got going, in the butchering trade, what we call it is idiot-proof, right? It's going to be the most tender cut, so it's really hard to overcook it.
Oh, it's got some color.
look.
It looks smoky. It's got some good color. I'm surprised.
Corbin needs to eat his heart out, not stuffing meat.
If these two do pull the food off, then they've all got a lot to worry about. Honey, put on the glaze. Chop, chop.
Thanks, AJ.
Chop, chop. Chop, chop, honey.
AJ. Oh, look at that.
AJ, darling. You get to wear our micromanager hat.
What does that mean? What do I get to do?
It means that you tell him directions through every single step. You get to be me.
Okay, so she's got the mashed potatoes on the go, putting the bacon in, which is good. She's got the veggies going, which is good. Good sign.
Come on in, let's get
Veggies ready.
Down.
Now here, hey hand, has the meat rested?
Yes,
Meat works hard in the oven, it works hard on the grill, it's got all that heat happening. You need to pull your meat off the heat and let it rest. What the hell is he doing? The meat has not rested. So he has not taken the string off and he's hacking away at the meat. Take the string off, Dan. Looks like pork meatloaf.
Okay, ladies, dinner is served.
So at 1 hour and 40 minutes into the party, Veronica has made the call to the dining table. But so far, nobody's biting. Well, except for Keith.
So we were called to the table, and I sat at the chair at the table. The girls have just abandoned all hope of actually getting along in this scenario at all.
But Keith, AJ, and Sabrina had to go to the bathroom together.
You know what it is about those old people? I don't like small talk, Sabrina. That's my problem. Yeah.
Let's go to the bathroom. If the children did this, I'd go ballistic. You know when the kids are this, come down to the table and then somebody's doing something, somebody's ringing their boyfriend, somebody's on Facebook.
Poor Keith.
Got Keith sitting there on his own.
He's lonely.
Come on, sit down. This is annoying me now. Sit down, please.
So main course is served somewhat late in the game, but in true Veronica micromanaging form, she gets tied up in a little detail.
Sorry, on your pork tenderloins, just watch out. It's tied with butcher's twine, so don't eat the twine.
Pork twine.
Heads up.
Are there calories in that twine? Very wonderful.
And this coming from the wife of a butcher. Nice. Or is she just being kind? And here it is, stuffed pork tenderloin with garlic mashed potatoes and brandied parsnips and carrots.
A shame about the presentation because it looks a little anemic.
Would you like to say it, or do you want me to say it?
Yes, it is dry.
It's dry because it just came off the grill and he hacked right into it. That's why it's dry.
Huh.
Pork loin is it's fairly lean. You could have taken pork and wrapped it with a smoky bacon or a serrano or a prosciutto or that kind of thing. But it's dry. Here, your favorite, mushy veg. Chick, 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 chick. You can do it.
So the judges aren't too impressed. But what does the butcher think of the pork?
We've actually had the meal now. It took a little while to get it delivered.
If Keith comes in and says the pork was good, I'm going to take that pork tenderloin and slap him silly.
Tenderloin was dry, tough.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
I would say little piggy died in vain.
From Keith's frying pan into the fire, Dan tries to heat things up for dessert.
This looks safe.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise!
Surprisingly, not a Boy Scout manual in sight. Not quite the inferno he was going for. Oh, there it is. Fire good.
That's crazy. Look at it.
Follow me.
20 minutes left in the party, the well-fueled guests attempt a rather dangerous move outside for dessert.
So dessert for anyone who's interested. We have homemade peanut butter biscotti dipped in dark Belgian chocolate.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
That's where I go
Homemade
first.
baklava. Please help yourself. Go nuts.
Absolutely.
Sabrina, do you like it? You made this, Veronica? Yeah. Oh my god.
This looks fabulous.
This is good.
Right, now then.
Kind of like a cheesecake.
It is.
I'm not a cheesecake
No,
kind
you
of
can
guy.
have the cheesecake.
Those pecan tarts are frickin' the bomb.
Freaking the bomb.
Frickin' the bomb.
And to accompany the sweet desserts, a hot surprise from a fiery friend of Dan and Veronica's.
Veronica was the first to say she's not a gimmicky or themey
Yeah,
kind of gal.
she did.
Here we are at the circus here down by the river, and the guy's throwing flames in his mouth.
Yeah?
That was just a warm up.
I could do that. Oh no!
Come, Swanee.
Aren't they beautiful animals? Oh.
Pecans.
That's right. You're nice. Be nice. Come.
This is a mean swan. I wouldn't hold food near it.
You want some wine?
I'm sorry if you jinx it.
Okay, time to go. Besides, kick your ass! You think I'm scared of you? Hey! Think I'm scared of you?
I don't feel safe for anybody here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. I thought you might want some wine. I'm trying to be considerate. It was good, actually. Really good, yeah. Do you have any more food? Are they feeding you after?
I hope so.
Yeah, you'll enjoy the food.
Hey, you guys host a great party.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be mean to you.
As AJ's heartwarming love for animals brings the evening to a close, let's see what the judges and the guests have to say about the experience.
No, everyone's really nice, but I think me and AJ are really hyper. We need to be around hyper people. Here, people were not united. At our party, they were all together. Here, they were separated. There was cliques. So, you've got the last one. How are you feeling at this point?
We're not going to try anything tricksy or novel or cliche. We're just going to give you a good meal.
So it's farewell to the suburbs and into the city's more bohemian enclave, where it's time for the foodies to put their cards on the table. For an appetizer, duck liver pate with port aspic. For the main, breast of Muscovy duck pan-seared and plated with a Calvados cream sauce and sides of heritage beets and wild rice. And for dessert, duck egg vanilla ice cream with figs poached in white port.
Duck three ways. That's our theme.
You're foodies. You can tell that you're foodies
We
because
just like to
you've got,
do
you know,
things, yeah.
everything's accessible, great workspace.
We're going to try to get people engaged in thinking about where their food comes from.
Yes.
So that with each course, we can talk about who the baker is, who the farmer is.
I love the idea that you're doing, you know, from the roots type of cooking. The only thing I will caution you on is that you have a lot of duck. You've got duck, duck, duck. And for anybody that may not like duck, yes, you're going to do something vegetarian, but it may be too gamey.
That's all right. The only thing I'm going to leave you with is actually, it's not really a tip, it's a request. And I want to see you both bring out a different side of AJ and Sabrina. Because we've seen the party girls, we've seen the way that they are, we've seen the way they reacted last night. I just want to see a different side.
We
of
have
them.
duct tape.
And I think you're going to do it. You're going to bring that out.
Liz and Keith may have a handle on the food, but it's going to take more than duct tape if they want to slay the competition.
Thank you for that. No, I think it's going to be easy to please. They're going to show up here. They're going to be uncomfortable about our neighborhood. I have no idea how we're going to put these people at ease. Give them some wine, give them some nice food, and let them sit down because I just don't think they live in the universe we live in.
It's moments before the guests arrive, and Liz and Keith make some final preparations to their evening of sophistication.
Wine in it.
What do you think of that big plate of breasts? That's a lot of duck. You know, the trick to cooking a duck breast like this is you take and you trim off some of the excess skin or fat, and then you score it, and then you cook it in a hot pan. And what happens is the fat starts to render out, the skin gets crispy, and it really adds all that flavor to the duck breast.
How long should you cook a duck breast like that for?
Well, judging by the size, I wouldn't overcook it. I would cook it medium rare.
All right. Should we be lighting the candles at this point?
That is a good idea.
This is a difficult table to eat off, you know, because it's so high. It's a work table, and the chairs are all so high. But if you've got nothing else, that's what you have to do.
Look at that. Thing one and thing two are here.
No, they have. Look, she's got the bohemian look. Oh, I love her. Look, she's done it. Oh, I like that thing.
Hey, how you doing? You like the dragonfly?
Yeah, I like
It's good karma. Step right in.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, darling.
How are you? Oh, are we having meat from your butcher shop?
Yes, we are.
Yum, yum.
That's our other guest. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming down, man.
No worries.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They
Oh,
match your
here they are, Veronica and Dan, with flowers. Actually, that is very thoughtful to have brought a vase.
Our appetizer is served out.
What is it? It's cat food.
Did I hear the girls just call the pate cat food?
Now look who's being snotty.
Actually.
Snotty, snooty AJ.
Keith, is that pate?
That is pate.
Is it pork?
No, it's duck.
It's duck.
It's made from duck liver and butter and liquor and some
Yeah, I don't
fun
eat
stuff.
duck.
That's totally cool, but we have fallback positions.
What's your reasoning on that? I'd just like to know your reasons.
Oh, I can't. They're my friends.
I
can't
can
eat 'em.
understand not
Yeah,
wanting to kill
I can't.
bunnies.
You know what I mean? If I feed you, I can't eat you.
We'll have a nice little concasse of quinoa and sweet potato that will serve as your appetizer. A plate, and let us approach the table.
Sure. Good, yeah.
She is going to trash the menu.
I really want AJ to go with the flow. I wanted to embrace this.
It's not going to happen.
Please.
I don't like duck. Duck are my friends. I seen duck in the water 2 days ago at the last party.
Oh, we remember.
Okay, it's time to go. Hey, think I'm scaring you?
Swans, ducks, same thing,
I
right?
cannot eat my friend.
Oh, darling,
We
I
gave
miss
you
you.
another appetizer.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I could eat this and this.
PETA affiliations aside, Liz offers AJ a duck-free appetizer.
It's the latest foodie trend.
What is
from-
this now?
It's a concasse.
What's a concasse?
A concasse is a...
Shishi fifi?
Yes.
Is it like a
is.
Bentley?
It's le fooding.
Le foodie? Sounds too fancy for me.
No, it's from Paris.
Ooh la la.
Ouais, ouais. Ooh la la. Puree.
Concasse, from the French concasse, a cooking term meaning to roughly chop vegetables.
It's like baby food.
AJ's behaviour has deteriorated so badly. She's not even trying now to hide her dislike for this evening.
But Keith and Liz's other guests are far more appreciative.
Veronica and Dan are going to adore this meal.
This is amazing.
So what do you think?
That looks very nice to me.
I think it looks amazing. It's not chalky. It's not really gritty. It's nice and smooth. It's beautiful.
I really love the flavour of that
Damn
aspect.
fine pate.
Very, very good.
This is an appreciation of fine food.
Yeah.
It's simple, but it's fine.
Very, very good.
And I think by AJ just trashing it tells me that she doesn't have an educated palate.
Let's hear what Veronica has to say about the pate.
That pate was awesome. I really enjoyed that, and I don't usually like duck, and that was really, really good. Like, to the point I'm thinking about wrapping some up in a napkin and slipping it in my purse so I can take some to have it for lunch tomorrow.
I think we're all going to do that.
AJ's reaction was really rude. I was quite taken aback. It's making me slightly uncomfortable. It's really inappropriate and immature of her.
It's made me feel uncomfortable. She's so right.
Yeah, I think AJ has proven that she's not a good guest, though.
It's actually quite upset me because I like AJ and I don't like how she's behaved in somebody else's house.
AJ's appetizer. She did not like this at all, apparently. I respect her opinions, but I'm not thrilled by them.
She's pissed.
And Keith isn't too thrilled either.
If it was an allergy thing, I would be more concerned about it. As it's a taste thing, if it's not going to make you sick, sit down and eat what you're offered.
Which? I hope he doesn't overcook the duck, because again, that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, this looks bang on, actually.
And he's going to leave it to rest. Liz hasn't been back to the party.
She can't let AJ and Sabrina ruin the whole evening. She still has two other guests to pay attention to, right?
Now, this is rested. Thing about duck breast in particular, this is a whole muscle. So when you take it out of the oven, you have to let it rest. If you just go jumping in on it in the first minute or two, it will shrink and tense up and be incredibly tough. Having let it rest for 5 minutes, you can just feel that the fiber of the meat is going to be yieldingly great in the mouth.
Very nice.
1 hour and 45 minutes into the party, we finally have the main. Breast of duck for most, chorizo sausage for one.
Yes.
The sausages are alternative for AJ because, you try to be nice to people.
And what kind of rice is this?
This is wild rice.
This is wild rice.
Here is a breast of Muscovy duck with a Calvados cream sauce, heritage beets, and wild rice.
The sauce is beautiful.
That sauce is very good. Would you say this is one of the best mains we've had so far?
I have to say it is the best main. Perfect.
Good flavor, just the duck's overcooked.
Yeah.
Well-balanced flavors. Although,
I don't know where that's come from. But
that's a piece of plastic.
raw.
If we were in a dining room,
Free
somebody
meal.
choked on this.
Can't choke on that. Pull yourself together.
I don't think it was really considerate of them to have duck for every course, because maybe people don't like it. Like for me, for example, I like it in small portions. Even though I'm kind of ducked out.
How could AJ not have adored what was put in front of her? The rice, I defy anybody not to eat that rice.
I just think she's taken to a personal level now, and she's just being
Yeah, there's the,
childish.
I don't know anybody who couldn't eat the rice and the vegetables. That's quite ridiculous.
And finally, the dessert. Duck egg vanilla ice cream with figs poached in white port.
And when you make homemade ice cream, you can use chicken eggs, but we use duck eggs, which are a deeper, richer golden tone.
Would you be able to tell if ice cream is made with a duck egg or a chicken egg?
Again, it depends on the flavor and the sweetness of the ice cream. I don't think one would be able to tell.
You want to be in prison? No prison
A
here.
little bit of ice cream and poached figs. It's nice.
Ooh, figs. I like figs.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Anyway,
Here.
Are they kind of frozen?
cheers. They're a little bit firm, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
There we go.
Cheers. You just can't know.
Thank you very much.
Hey, no, that's good
It's
consistency.
in the
I think.
freezer. It's supposed to
That's
freeze, no?
great.
So that's the difference the duck eggs make. You know, your regular ice cream,
Did you make it?
she
I
made
did.
it.
I love ice cream.
Good vanilla ice cream.
Very.
Can't tell it's been made with duck.
It's a lovely combination, the vanilla ice cream and the fig, and I just can't fault it.
A really fine dessert, and I have to say, 3 for 3.
That over there, just before we do this, Corbin, let's look at that.
You know what? I was done anyway. No, I was done. You can have my dessert.
And now, with the duck digesting, it's time for fun and games.
What we're going to do here at the Arts and Crafts Studio is we're going to make some art.
Everybody's got a little 5x7 stretch piece of canvas, and all you gotta do is just sit down and express how you feel.
The shishi frou-frous with all their comments are getting to me like, Ernest Hemingway said blah, blah, blah. Shit is boring.
Well, awesome. Awesome. Come on. Let's do it.
The strength is in the gesture. Just capture the mood,
Okay. Whoops.
see how
Okay.
you feel, and have some fun.
Had you done this to start off with some drinks, and we're going to do this, this would have got everybody going.
And then it would have dried, they could have taken it home, and it would have been fine. But now they've run out of time, they've got wet canvas.
Yeah. Where it should be something that's only about 10 minutes left, so it's all going to be really quick.
Okay.
Okay. Whoops.
Last little corner.
I'm now very concerned about Liz's well-being.
It's saying, we cook good food. Or it's barbed wire and AJ's gonna be behind it.
On this episode of Dinner Party Wars, we've had beachy salmon, cheesy pork, and shishi duck. But now, candles are out, forks and knives are down. It's time for our dinner partiers to face final judgment. Who will take away the prize of $1,000 worth of cookware and the auspicious title of Dinner Party War Champions?
We're going to start off tonight with our last dinner party, which of course is Liz and Keith.
How do you think it went?
I was pretty much delighted with things. I think I would give myself an 85%, not 100%.
Fabulous. Well, let's see what everybody else thought.
I don't like duck. Duck are my friends. I seen duck in the water 2 days ago at the last party. They swam around. Now they want us to eat the duck.
I think the sauce on the duck is carrying too much of the flavor. The duck is a pretty good quality, but I can't taste any of the duck over the cream.
There's nothing going on. There's no entertainment, no stimulation.
Liz and Keith and Sabrina and AJ are polar opposites at this point, and both feel very alienated at each other's house. So it's really neat to see how Liz and Keith react with people that they would never, ever invite here in a million years.
Now, your food was a little bit more sophisticated. The pate, it was fantastic. The duck for your main course, it was slightly overcooked. And even though that was overcooked, and even though I found a piece of plastic in my rice, there was a piece of plastic in the rice. So for all those reasons, I've given you a total score of 7 out of 10 for food.
I love the idea that you were doing painting. It was just a shame that on timing, it sort of all ended up at the end, and it seemed very rushed. I think, Liz, you did spend quite a lot of time away from your guests in the kitchen. although it was fabulous that you had such a clean kitchen, but I think you spent a little bit too much of your time there, your precious time, when we wanted to talk to you. I am going to give you 6 out of 10.
So Liz and Keith set the tone with a haute cuisine meal, giving their overall score a 13.
Now, Dan and Veronica, how do you think it went?
I think it went really well. I had a really, really fun night.
Well, let's see what your guests thought.
I think the best part of the meal actually was the appetizer. I think the vegetables are overcooked. I find there are too many flavors on the plate. There's too much going on.
The food is delicious, but there's no atmosphere. I'm starting to go, and I got a lot of sleep last night.
To me, a dinner party involves dinner and a party, and I just don't feel the party vibe going on, unfortunately.
I loved your appetizer. The pork was very overcooked. It was dry, and you did not listen to me when I said be careful about stuffing the pork. So for your total score, I gave you a 6 out of 10.
I think you're very used to having family round who just and everybody chats, and people that you know well who help themselves to drinks and come into the kitchen and chat to you. These are guests where you have to actually spend quite a bit of time with them. And it is a juggling job and it's very difficult. And sometimes, again, you were away. So 6 out of 10.
A score of 12 is all the judges will give Veronica and Dan's meat and potatoes fare and hosting. So sorry, kids, but you're out.
So next we have the party girls. Or shall I call you the beach babes?
Perhaps lacks a certain sophistication.
They really made a mistake to try and introduce a couple recipes that they had never cooked before, but found on the internet.
Girls, girls, girls. Your coconut shrimp, we both
Loved it.
loved it. They were delicious. There was just, when I saw the two of you cooking that salmon in the kitchen, you were like beating the supreme hell out of it. You were poking it and flipping it. And as a result, when we got it, I have to say, the salmon was overcooked. It was dry, and I didn't find that essence of the beach into it. So I've given you a total score of 5 out of 10 for food.
You did the one thing that I don't think anybody else did. From the beginning to the end, you had drama, you had your excitement. And for your party, I'm gonna give you an 8.
Which makes 13 for AJ and Sabrina, a tie for first.
However, I am gonna have to deduct a point because you went over budget on the money. And the other reason that I have to deduct 1 point is actually because of tonight. You weren't a very nice guest tonight. It's all very well people going to parties and say, oh, the atmosphere was terrible. We are the atmosphere. We play that part. And I do think that everybody had put quite an effort into, they really wore the grass skirts who didn't want to. For your sake, because they are polite people, and I felt in a little way that you didn't reciprocate that.
So that leaves Sabrina and AJ with 11 points and in third, which means
Keith and Liz are winners.
Dinner party with Kevin!
so last dinner party was the best, proving that good manners always wins the day. That's it for this episode. Join us next time when 3 more teams battle it out on Dinner Party Wars.
So what do they give me? Duck this, duck that. And then I end up getting punished for not eating the duck and being rude.
That was great.
Great.
I was like,
We told you we would rock your world.